Our brain is a very complicated thing. It can store data and information like hard disk or ROM of a computer. But the basic difference is until and unless we want to delete some specific data from the hard disk of our computer, it won't get deleted. But the process of deletion takes place automatically in our brain, and it is very natural. And it becomes more effective when we try to recollect those things that we have already studied, and we get a realization that we can't remember all those things with clarity that we have already studied, right? And most of us complain that we learn new things, but we are not being able to recollect those things properly, and we are not being able to remember it in the very next moment or even after some time. So the question is how to learn faster and effectively, and at the same time how to remember it for a long time. So today I'm gonna give you guys 10 tips that you can follow so that you can learn things faster with more accuracy and make your memorizing power more sharp so that you do not forget the things that you have studied. So without any further delay, let's get started. Friends, I'm not gonna be too descriptive. I'm gonna say 4 or 5 lines related to each of the points that I'm gonna share with you. So don't skip the video and watch it till the end. So the first point is understanding with logic. Friends, I can assure you that memorizing some specific data or some specific thing from your book without understanding its logic or its concept will not gonna help you. So logic should be the way of understanding and memorizing something new. So whatever the method you are following now to study, you should always relate to the concepts regarding it. Otherwise, it will not gonna stay in your brain for a very long time, right? Coming to the second tip, that is identifying the right element from your book that needs to be memorized. So in a specific chapter, don't you guys think that not everything needs to be memorized in a specific chapter, right? So what you need to do is you need to go through a specific chapter or a specific topic. First, identify what are those things that needs to be memorized, and you can do the rest of the chapter with logic. So let me give you a small example for it. Suppose there is a chapter in physical chemistry. You can memorize the theory part, but you cannot memorize the logical or numerical part. You have to do it with daily practice, right? So logic and memorizing both are complement to each other. So in a chapter there are some things that you cannot memorize, you will have to do it with logic, and there are some things that you will have to memorize to get the full marks in your paper. So the third tip, that is verbal learning technique. So this is the thing that you might be hearing from your childhood. So what it is just reading aloud, making sounds. It will ultimately help you. It helps a lot of people. Personally, I don't read things aloud making sounds, but it helps a lot of people, so you can try it out. So the fourth tip is visual learning technique. So what is visual learning technique? I think you might have heard about taking smart classes in many coaching institutions and in many schools as well, right? So it is just focused on the concept that showing a video related to what you have studied will ultimately make you remember that things with more accuracy, right? So let me give you an example. Suppose you have studied reflection or refraction, right? So you can search it on YouTube and you can see a visual representation of how reflection and refraction actually takes place. It will show you how visually light coming from a medium falls on interface of another medium and gets refracted in the second medium. So after seeing that visual experiment or visual video, you will be able to memorize it even with more accuracy. So visual learning technique is nowadays is very trending, and you can try it out at. So the fifth tip that I'm gonna give you is study making parts and taking proper breaks. So this basically depends on person to person, varies from person to person, but I'm gonna give you a general time that will surely gonna help all kinds of students out there, right? So let's say you have studied a part of that specific thing you are reading right now for 40 minutes, right? And after that 40 minutes, you can take a break. You can take a break for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, right? And after that 15 minutes, when you again get back to your study table, try to recollect those things that you have studied in the first 40 minutes, right? So there are three sub steps in this fifth step actually. Taking a part of the study in first 40 minutes or 50 minutes, then taking a break of 15 minutes or 10 minutes, then revise and inspect whether you are being able to recollect those things that you have studied. So it will ultimately help you. So coming to the tip number 6, that is making notes and writing things down. So my friend, this is one of those deciding factors that can make you a super fast learner, and it is one of the most important tips that I'm sharing with you. So listen it carefully. Whenever you have gone through a specific topic of a specific subject, try to make your proper own notes regarding to it, not notes borrowed from any friend or borrowed from any teacher. Make your own notes regarding to that specific topic, and you can try to make even sketches or diagram related to a topic of biology and physics, just like for an example. So it will help you immensely to remember a topic for a long time. So definitely try it out. So as I was talking about making proper notes, so in that case I can show you some of the pages of my personal copy of how I make notes. So here you can see in these 2 pages I have noted down some of the important formulas and theories of organic chemistry of a specific chapter, using different kinds of colors. Using different kind of colors means you are thinking that I am drawing something. No, definitely not. I had used some 3 or 4 colored pens, red, pink, green, ink, blue ink, you know that all. So it basically depends on person to person. You can use only one pen and you can make your own notes. I just showed you as an example as how I make notes for my daily studies. So the 7th tip that I'm gonna talk about is change the mode or place of your study. What is changing mode or place of study is, suppose you are sitting in your study table for 2 or 3 hours long. So what you can do is you can now, after you have got a break after 2 or 3 hours, don't sit in that place again. You can walk with your copy and read aloud. It will infuse a new energy in your head, and it will ultimately motivate you to study again. So this is how you can change the place or mode of your study, and it will surely help you, I think. So the 8th tip that you might be hearing from your parents for a long time, but most of you out there don't listen to it, that is meditation. Meditation is very important for a student and for a person as well. Meditation helps to improve your concentration and it makes you more focused. So you should spend some of your time from your daily schedule for meditation, and it is worth spending 15 minutes or at least 10 minutes from your daily schedule to meditate at morning and before going to bed. So it will make you more concentrated, I am telling you. So tip number 9 is proper revision at proper time. So I think most of you who are seeing this video right now can relate to it. I personally believe that it doesn't matter how much you have studied. It only matters how much you have revised and for how many times you have revised it, right? So revision helps you to restore what you have studied, and frequent revisions are very important. So make it in your mind that you will have to revise everything that you have studied, otherwise you will not gonna remember it in your exam hall. So revision is very important. So the last point is health. Health is wealth, as we all know it, but sometimes we forget it. So we take over stress while studying. Look, my friend, if you are taking over stress while studying, it will not gonna help you at any cost, because if you are overstressed while studying, after a specific point of time, you will feel fatigued, you will feel saturated, you will feel less productive, and you will feel sleepy, and you will not be able to study anymore. So do not take any kind of stress in your mind while studies. And another thing, that is taking proper naps and proper sleep. Yes, this is also very important for you, because a student, I think, and according to sources, for a student like 17, 16 years to 24 years, I think taking a sleep of 6 to 7 hours or 7 to 8 hours is more than enough. And also drinking a proper amount of water is also important. You should take 3 or 4 liters of water per day, right? It will make your body hydrated, and it will make blood circulation much more fluent. So this was the 10 tips that I had promised to you to share with you, right? Hello guys, so this was my first video facing the camera. So if I had made any mistake, don't forget to comment it down. And if this video had helped you in any way, so please like this video. And if you have liked this video more than I had expected, so please don't forget to share it with your friends or with your family members or juniors and seniors. And if you want this kind of videos from me in future as well, so comment it down, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hitting that bell icon, so that you can get notified every time I upload a new video. So till that, goodbye, stay safe in this kind of situation we are right now, and Jai Hind.